Jaxson Dart was ranked as the 13th best quarterback in the 2021 college football recruiting class, where the 12 quarterbacks ranked higher than him now. Well, to start, just in front of him at number 12 is Eli Stowers, coming in at Denton, Texas, who committed to play for Texas A&M. And he never got to see a snap of college football at Texas A&M, transferring to New Mexico State, where he'd be converted to a tight end and was solid, and then transferred to Vanderbilt last season. And in his first season with the Commodores, he was amazing, having over 600 receiving yards and 5 touchdowns, as he was named a first-team All-SEC selection and is returning to Vanderbilt for 2025. And coming in at number 11 is Baron Morton, coming out of Eastland, Texas, who committed to play for Texas Tech. And in his first 3 years at Texas Tech, he was solid for the Red Raiders, but didn't do very much. But then in 2024, he took over as a starter, playing amazing, throwing for 27 touchdowns to 8 interceptions. And cracking into the top 10 is Jalen Milroe, coming out of Katy, Texas, who committed to play for Alabama. And he didn't start until his last 2 years with the Crimson Tide, but was amazing, winning the William V. Campbell Trophy and also being an extremely good dual-threat quarterback. And now many people believe that Jalen Milroe is a first-round pick in this year's NFL draft. And coming in at number 9 is Ty Thompson, coming into Gilbert, Arizona, who committed to play for Oregon. And in his 3 years with the Ducks, he was only ever a backup quarterback, transferring to Tulane in 2024, where he had huge expectations but only threw 3 touchdowns. And now he is being converted to a tight end for 2025. And at number 8 is Kyle McCord, coming out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, who committed to play for Ohio State. And he didn't play there until his 3rd season, where he was solid but was forced to transfer, ultimately going to play for Syracuse in 2024. And in his 1 year with Syracuse, he was dominant, setting records, as he was named a second-team All-ACC selection and is now expected to be a mid-round pick in this year's NFL draft. And coming in at number 7 is Caden Salter, coming out of Cedar Hill, Texas, who committed to play for Tennessee. And he didn't play at all for the Volunteers, being kicked off the team and having to transfer to Liberty. And in his 4 years with Liberty, he was flat-out dominant, being the Conference USA MVP and being a first-team All-Conference USA. And after this, he transferred in 2024 to Colorado to be their starting quarterback next season. And at number 6 is J.J. McCarthy, coming out of LaGrange Park, Illinois, who committed to play for Michigan. And he was flat-out dominant and extremely efficient in his 3 years at Michigan, winning them a national championship and being named the Big Ten Quarterback of the Year. And this allowed him to be selected 10th overall in the 2024 NFL Draft by the Vikings, where he didn't play at all in his rookie season. Cracking into the top 5 is Brock Vandegrift, coming out of Bogart, Georgia, who committed to play for Georgia. And in his 3 years at Georgia, he was only ever a backup, transferring to Kentucky this season, where he had huge expectations but played extremely bad and recently just retired from football. And coming in at number 4 is Drake May, coming out of Charlotte, North Carolina, who committed to play for North Carolina. And in his 3 years at college football with the Tar Heels, he was flat out dominant there, being named the ACC Player of the Year and a first-team All-ACC selection. And this allowed him to be selected 3rd overall in the 2024 NFL Draft by the New England Patriots, where he had a very solid rookie season, actually making the Pro Bowl. And cracking into the top 3 is Sam Hurd, coming out of Bellevue, Washington, who committed to play for Washington. And in his 2 years with the Huskies, he was only ever a backup and never really got an opportunity, so he transferred to Cal Poly, where he had 1 solid season there before transferring to Utah last season, where he didn't play at all for the Utes. And after that, he just recently transferred to USC for 2025. And coming in at number 2 is Caleb Williams, coming out of Washington, D.C., who committed to play for Oklahoma. And he had an amazing freshman season at Oklahoma before transferring to play for USC, where he was truly dominant there for 2 seasons, actually winning the Heisman Trophy. And this allowed him to be selected 1st overall in the 2024 NFL Draft by the Chicago Bears, where he had a very solid rookie season, throwing 20 touchdowns. And at number 1 is Quinn Ewers, coming out of Southlake, Texas, who committed to play for Ohio State. And he left high school early to go play at Ohio State, but he never played a single snap there, transferring to Texas, where he would be their starting quarterback for 3 seasons and was great for the Longhorns, and is expected to be selected in the 2nd round of the 2025 NFL Draft by the Saints.